in a courtroom, crowded every face in gloom. Truth on trial under high spotlight, shadows dancing in the dead of night. Fingers pointing secrets to bear, lies entwined in the heavy air. The jury's watching, hearts break into, whispers tremble, but the facts won't do. Judge and jury, kings of fate, deciding lives on a silver plate. The verdict's echo rings oh so loud, innocence buried lost in the crowd. Faint confession behind. Hey guys, welcome, welcome. We're gonna get started. Hey, hey. I see you, Crystal. How you doing? Hey, Doe. I'm sorry, Donna that's Dawn Adonis. Donna Adonis. Hey. How are you? Welcome, Bush Babies. Come on in, guys. We're gonna get started. The scars stay real. Clock keeps ticking, truth on the line. Each tick weighs heavy, a paradigm. Chaos brews behind composure's mask. Answers buried in impossible tasks. Judge and jury, kings of fate, deciding lives on a silver plate. The verdict's echo rings oh so loud. Hey, baby London, how are you there? All right, let's go ahead and hop right into this because Adonis, how are you? You're just okay. So today has been a quite eventful day in the case of the United States versus Sean P. Diddy Combs. I'm sure a lot of you have been glued to your social media as well as YouTube. Testing, testing. Hold on, guys. I'm testing my sound. Okay, I sound fine. Great. So be sure to ring my bell when you come into the room. Please ensure that Mr. First name Alga, last name Rhythm is happy. All right, go ahead and hit that like button for me one time. So, as I was saying, today, July 1st, 2025, day 2 of jury deliberations in the case of the United States versus P. Diddy. Now, early in the morning, which is 8 hours ago, and I'm live. For those of you who are just coming across my stream or coming into the live for the first time, welcome, welcome. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing today. I'm normally live at night. I usually go live 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. But because of all that has been happening, as well as a lot of the misinformation that has been flying across your social media, I wanted to come live now to provide some clarity on exactly what happened in court today. So 8 hours ago, Judge Submarinian says, Ms. Comey, can we make sure that things that have been emailed are put in the docket? Now, that is a particular, I guess, issue with a lot of our in-court reporters. They are asking that all of these items be docketed so that they can actually capture it and share that information with the public. So I appreciate every single time that our in-court reporters actually request that the judge remind both the prosecution as well as the defense to docket all communications. They will retract certain information as far as if they feel it's sensitive information or information not necessarily for public consumption. They will redact that, but we can still get an idea of what they're asking for. Now, Judge Submaranian says, I am adopting the government's answer to the rug distribution question. Combs's Drexel, can we just put something on the record about sole possession? This definition of distribution would mislead the jury. Driscoll, but the judge, hold on, judge. Both sides agreed to this definition without objection. So what is it? Drexel, 1 second. AUSA Comey, they are trying to mislead the jury. Judge Submaranian, they have been specific in their question, and so is this answer. Combs's Driscoll, Your Honor, can we just mark our defense's proposal as a court exhibit? Judge, yes. Then they adjourn. These are all things, you'll hear them coming in, going out, coming in, going out, because they're coming to address issues or notes from the jury. So there'll be a lot of in and out. It's not a consistent sitting in the courtroom day while jury deliberations are underway. So at 10:26 a.m., another note has emerged from the jury. It has yet to be read in open court, nor has Sean Combs been brought back from the holding cell for now. Lawyers are milling around. Combs's lawyers, Shapiro, Driscoll, Steele, Agnifilio, are all hunched over a laptop. 10:44 a.m., Agnifilio, Steele, Shapiro, and Westmoreland huddled back by the gallery. AUSA Comey turns and confers with Combs's Xavier Donaldson, seated in the middle table. The door to the holding cell halfway opens. The U.S. Marshals are checking to see if it's time to bring Diddy out. 10:46 a.m. Sean Combs has been brought out, and his lead law attorney, Mark Agnifilo, is talking to him. Shapiro and Westmoreland are working together on something on Shapiro's laptop. 10:54 a.m., AUSA Emily Johnson goes back and hands a piece of paper over to Sean Combs's lawyers. AUSA Comey goes and sits next to Combs's Xavier Donaldson and shows him something on her laptop. At 11:18 a.m., the judge, we received a note from the jury asking for testimony of Cassandra Ventura as to the Intercontinental and Cannes Festival incidents and the Daniel Phillips Essex Hotel incident. Daniel Phillips' testimony on that as well. AUSA Comey, we have a disagreement. Judge, first, let me know if either side minds me bringing the jury out and speaking to them, question mark. AUSA Comey, We don't see a need. Combs's Agnifilo. I've confirmed with Mr. Combs, and we don't see a need either. The judge. As to any future note, let me know. AUSA Johnson. We have a disagreement about the redirect about the Canis incident and the events immediately following. The answer was to what happened when Sean was angry. It referred to the freak off that occurred upon landing in New York. The judge. I would likely cut off. I would likely cut it off sooner. Combs's Tinny Garagos. I have nothing to add. AUSA Johnson. We may need to speak with the court about the Intercontinental Hotel. The judge. Let my deputy know when you're ready and I'll come back. Adjourned. So they come back at 11:58 a.m. I understand there is an issue to resolve. The AUSA Comey says, I understand that during the break, the defense came up with an issue about Daniel Phillip. Combs's Xavier Donaldson. The United States government wants one more question and answer in than we do. It's his later thoughts. AUSA Comey. The answer is about the Essex Hotel incident. AUSA Johnson. On the Intercontinental Hotel incident, we think it's the day of and after, not the days before. That's our position. The defense wants to include Ms. Ventura's IG post of 2024, Combs's Tinny Garagos. We did include several messages from after the Intercontinental incident where they are talking about it. It's regarding the incident. It's important to weighing whether Mr. Combs coerced Ms. Ventura into commercial smacks on that date. The judge. The request was for Ms. Ventura's testimony regarding the Intercontinental incident. How does something from 2024 regard it more than things closer in time? Combs's Tinny Garagos. In 2024, she was responding to the video of the incident and also watching it here. AUSA Johnson. She was asked, do you recall posting this on Instagram in May 2024? She wrote that domestic violence is the issue, but that's not what the jury is asking about. We'd like more in about the Canis incident. Combs's Tinny Garagos. We think we should start with the first government exhibit about the Intercontinental freak-off. AUSA Johnson. If we could get the laptop back, we could load a searchable PDF. The judge. I agree. Some earlier and later messages should be given. What's left? AUSA Johnson. We'd like to include the photos she took of her injuries and the messages from March 5th. Judge, Ms. Garagos. Don't those fall into the same category? What would be the objection? Question mark. Combs's Garagos. I have to maintain my objection to the photos. AUSA Johnson. We do not think her testimony about her Instagram post is relevant. Um, I we believe this is confusing. The judge. I think it can be included. Both sides have reviewed. Will proceed on this basis. Adjourned. And then they're back at 4:15 p.m. Now, here is what you guys are hearing all over Beyonce's internet. This is what is going around, saying, oh, a verdict has been reached. Some people have even said that he's been found not guilty. First of all, nobody knows. Well, let me continue reading first. I'll go ahead and read this. And then we'll get into me bumping my gums and telling y'all what's going on. 4:15 p.m. After a long lull, now Combs's Agnifilo, Steele, and Shapiro are back in the courtroom. Meanwhile, the United States Attorney belated docketed emails. They actually docketed the emails here. 4:19 p.m. AUSA hands a piece of paper to Combs's Agnifilo, who passes it on to Drexel, confers with Westmoreland. Sean Combs will not be brought into the courtroom from the holding cell. Will now, I believe, brought in the courtroom from the holding cell. 4:21 p.m. Sean Combs is brought back in, stands with his hands in his pocket as Agnifilo speaks to him. His other lawyers come and huddle around him. He sits down. 4:25 p.m. Sean Combs is sitting surrounded by his 8 lawyers who are talking. He is looking down, his hands crossed on his lap. 4:27 p.m. Sean Combs is rubbing his eyes, one with his thumb and the other with his index finger. I'm telling you, these in court reporters, they get every single detail. I guess it's to tell you a little bit about his body language at this very time. His lawyers continue talking. Now Nicole Westmoreland to Donald Xavier. At 4:30 p.m., Agnifilo goes forward, then returns and hands Sean Combs the piece of paper. He stares at it. At 4:32 p.m., after talking to Agnifilo, Sean Combs looks down again, resting his head in his right hand. Judge, we have received a note at 4:05 p.m. today. It reads, we have reached a verdict on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are unable to reach a verdict on count 1 as we have jurors on each side. How should we respond? AUSA Comey, we are preparing a modified Allen charge, Combs's Agnifilo. We proposed you tell them to continue deliberating and that you not take the partial verdict. No modified Allen charge. The judge, would the defense request I bring the jury out to say that? Question mark. Combs's Agnifilo, after conferring with the other attorneys and Sean Combs, yes. The judge, okay, email me your proposals, each side. I'll wait. I could give a modified Allen charge, or at some point could tell them they could return a partial verdict. Email me, I'll wait. Then they take a break. At 4:54 p.m., in the well of the courtroom, everyone but Donaldson is in their seat waiting. Sean Combs is leaning back, his legs crossed, and he does not look happy. 5:01 p.m. Judge, I received each side's proposal. Mr. Agnifilo, your proposal, there is not much there. Combs's Agnifilo, we're not remotely at the place where the jury needs more to deliberate efficiently. They are remarkably efficient. They already have 4 verdicts. The judge, I wouldn't call the government's proposal an Allen charge. It reminds the jury of my instruction I previously gave on the duty to deliberate. I could simply recite from the jury charge. Combs's Agnifilo, we're not at that point yet. I'm not saying we wouldn't be at that point on Thursday, July 3rd, or Monday. Let's wait and see. I'm putting stock in the fact that they have reached verdicts on 4 counts. The judge, I'm going with that, but I may give more later. The judge, I could tell them that they could return July 3rd. We could arrange that. What do the parties think? AUSA Comey, we'd like to give them the option to deliberate on July 3rd. Combs's Agnifilo, 1 second, Your Honor. Judge, yes. Combs's Agnifilo, our preference is that you don't tell them now about Thursday. The downside to that is jurors might feel rushed to reach a verdict to avoid the Thursday issue. Let them deliberate tomorrow. You could ask at the end of tomorrow. Judge, so the defense would have no objection to them deliberating on July 3rd. Combs's Agnifilo, no objection if they want to. The judge, okay, let's bring the jury back out. Judge, all rise. The jurors enter. Judge, welcome back. I received your note that you have reached verdicts on counts 2 through 5. I ask you to continue deliberating. Discuss and weigh your respective opinions dispassionately and follow my instructions on the law. I ask you to return to the jury room. If you decide you are done for the day, send me another note and I'll bring you back out to end the day. The jury leaves. Judge, everyone can go back to doing what they were doing. Break. Judge, we have received a note that the jurors have concluded for today and will resume tomorrow. We'll bring them back out. Judge, all rise. The judge, very briefly, thank you. Tomorrow, go directly into the jury room. Keep an open mind. Do not watch or read anything about this case. We'll see each other tomorrow. All rise. The jury leaves. Judge, anything? He's talking to the parties, the government as well as the defense, and they say no, so court is adjourned. All right, let me break this back and peel the onion back a little bit. You heard that the government started to work on a proposed Allen charge, right? They started to work on a proposed Allen charge. Now, what is an Allen charge? An Allen charge, also known as a, hold on. Okay. An Allen charge, also known as a dynamite charge, is a special instruction a judge gives a deadlocked jury, one that cannot agree on a verdict after extended deliberations. So I guess this is why Combs's Agnifilo was saying we're not there yet, because they haven't extensively deliberated. This is day 2, okay? The goal is to encourage the jurors to re-examine their views and try to reach a unanimous decision without pressuring any juror to abandon their honest belief. Now, key points to the Allen charge. It is named after the United States Supreme Court case Allen versus the United States in 1896. The judge reminds jurors of the importance of reaching a verdict if possible. Jurors are encouraged to listen to each other with an open mind. It's often used to avoid a mistrial due to a hung jury. The charge emphasis that, the charge emphasizes that the majority, hold on, that the minority, those in the minority opinion, should reconsider their position, but not surrender. Okay? Honest convictions just go along with the majority. So, what type of controversy is associated with it? Critics normally argue that it can pressure the minority to conform to what the majority is saying. But the Allen charge is definitely, it's a useful tool when you have a jury that cannot make up its mind. It's important for that to be given to the jury, and honestly, it's a part of the judicial process. Now, if a federal jury is undecided on one charge in a federal case, meaning they're deadlocked on that one count, several things can happen depending on the circumstances. Remember, the judge said he would inform the jurors that they can actually give a partial verdict. He was open to them giving a partial verdict, right? If the jury reaches a verdict on some charges but not others, the court can accept a partial verdict. The judge will record the decisions on the charges where the judge agrees. Where the jury agrees. The judge will declare a mistrial, a hung jury, on the undecided charges. In this case, the only charge that the jury is still having an issue with making a determination as to Diddy's innocence or guilt is the RICO charge. That first count that they're struggling with is that RICO charge. And I think, well, I know RICO is very complex, okay? RICO is it's so all-encompassing. It's kind of like a catch-all. So it's confusing to many people. It's very confusing to many people. And so count 1 for him is that RICO. Now they've reached a decision on the 2 counts of sex trafficking and the 2 counts of transportation for the purposes of prostitution, okay? They've reached that. So they've actually made a determination. There's no need to revisit it. So when they come back tomorrow to deliberate, they will simply be discussing the RICO. Now, um, number two, a mistrial on that charge. If the jury cannot reach a unanimous decision on a specific charge, the judge may declare a mistrial only for that count. So when people are like, oh, they can't reach a verdict, oh, it's over, it's going to be a mistrial, it's going to be this. No. In the federal court system, the jury cannot make a decision on one count, but you can be convicted on other counts. Take, for instance, Harvey Weinstein's case. That's what happened to him during his first trial. Okay? That actually happened. Look it up. The prosecution then has the option to retry the defendant on the unresolved charge. So I want everybody to know, if the jury does not make a determination on that RICO, the government has an option to retry him on that specific charge, which will give them more time as well as focus. Because if he's found, let's say he's found guilty on the other counts, right? Counts 2 through 5, all right? Those other 4 counts. Let's say he's found guilty on them. All right. If he's found guilty on those, the government still reserves the option to retry him. Let's say he's found innocent on all those counts, counts 2 through 5. We don't know if Sean P. Diddy Combs will be walking out of that courthouse a free man. Because again, the United States government has the option to retry him. Therefore, they can remand him back into custody while they prepare to retry him, and they do it all again. Okay? Now, this does not violate double jeopardy, since there was no final verdict on the charge. Now, the Allen charge, if the jury reports being deadlocked, the judge may issue an Allen charge to encourage. We've already gone through that. All right, so let me congregate in the comments with y'all and get what y'all thoughts are right now on this, because like I said, I know there's a lot of talk going around on the internet saying, oh, they've come to a verdict. Oh, it's over. He's innocent. He's this, he's that. And quite honestly, he's not. Hey, Stargazer, how are you? Definitely know, Medea, you definitely know your stuff. I'm not familiar with the justice system. And thank you for, oh, you're welcome, Stargazer. Still knows all about that. Oh my goodness. Still knows. You know, I am a huge fan. Stargazer, I am a huge fan of Brian Steele. I love his presence in the courtroom. I love the way that he conducts himself. I love the way he conducts business in the courtroom. And when he speaks, I don't care what he's saying in the courtroom. He demands attention. I feel like he should have honestly been lead or like second chair, because he's great. Hey, Faith Brew, how you doing, love? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're over here. I'm glad you guys are here congregating in the comments. Hey, John. Good to see you, John. Let's see. Blessings to you, too. So, first, let me just clarify. While the jury has come to a decision on counts 2 through 5, 4 counts, right? No, we don't know. We don't know what the verdict is. We have no idea. The public is not aware. So if you hear someone on these here YouTube streets saying, he's innocent, the jury said he's innocent, they're lying. Nobody knows what the verdict is yet. It has not been publicly published. It's not even it's not even been read aloud in open court. Okay? The judge will read the verdict sheet, review it for completeness to make sure that each juror has completed the form correctly and there are no errors. And he'll count them all through. And once that's done, he will read them into the record. They'll say on count one, we, the jury, are deadlocked. Because we know that's what's going on if this continues, right? If they don't actually sit and kind of try to go over that RICO count one more time and figure it out, that will be the outcome for the RICO. And then count two, we, the jury, find the defendant XYZ. Count three, we, the jury, find, this, and he'll just read them into the record. That's when the public will be made aware of exactly what the jury has decided. But this is great news, though, because guess what? I said that we're going to have a verdict by Wednesday. Now I'm going to even tighten in more. I'm going to tighten it in more. My spirit guides. Look, y'all, I'm being silly. My spirit guides are telling me, Crystal. Hey, Lisa says, well, hey, something foreign. What's up, girl? My spirit guides are telling me that we are going to have a verdict by no later than 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, if not earlier. If not earlier. That's what I feel. Hey, GRE Talk. Great to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And guys, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Be sure to set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I go live or add new content. But what are you guys' thoughts? Any predictions? I didn't see anybody giving me any predictions in the chat. Lisa, do you have any predictions? Do you think that the verdicts that they've already reached, do you think all of those are guilty? Or do you think there's a mixture? Remember, the verdicts that they have made a decision on are 2 counts of sex trafficking. 1 count is specifically related to Cassandra Ventura. The other count is specifically related to Jane Doe. The other 2 counts that they have made an agreement and come to a verdict on, unanimous verdict, is the transportation for the purposes of prostitution. Now, 1 count, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is specific to Cassandra Ventura, and the other count is specific to Jane Doe. What do you guys think? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he's innocent? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, guys. Krista says, nah. I'll give a prediction last. You gave a prediction? What was you? Oh, you said guilty, didn't you? Didn't you say that? Spirit guide, I know. Give it the word. Yes, my spirit guides, Crystal. I think you said guilty last time. Spirit guides. Oh my goodness. I think you said guilty last time. Did you say guilty last time? Or did you say innocent? I don't know. We shall see. Something foreign. I told y'all that Rico would be hard. Yeah. Yeah, something foreign. You're right. You're absolutely right. But this is the thing. What is concerning to me, or what is strange to me, is, you know, the four acts that they have come into an agreement on a verdict, right, is the two SMEX trafficking charges as well as the two transportation charges. You realize that those are predicate acts of RICO, right? So now I'm trying to think, like, did they find him innocent of those four counts and can't decide on RICO? Because if they found him guilty on those four counts, based on the law, those counts are predicates of RICO. So I don't know, guys. I don't know how this is going to shake out, but I believe, like I said, my spirit guides have let me know that we will know exactly what the full verdict is going to be by tomorrow. And hopefully, the jury, whatever side they stand on, they hold their side or they reevaluate, not listening to no instruction. I know it could be, but you know what, Crystal, for count one, it's being reported, and this is from the court, that there are jurors on both sides. So it's not just one juror saying they can't say guilty or they can't say innocent. It's almost like they might be split down the middle on that RICO charge. So we shall see. I wanted to hop up here early today to let you guys know what happened in court, because I know the all the tall tales and all of the Diddy supporters are doing their ticker tape parades, dancing around, having a great time, holiday laughing. But they should also realize and understand, if he's not cracking a smile in the courtroom and his defense attorney is showing him paperwork or papers, because we don't know, they may know what the verdicts, well, no, they can't know what the verdicts are. They cannot know what the verdict is right now. So why is he so mad? Why is he so mad? It's almost like he feels like he's going to be found guilty. Like, I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, guys. I could tell you that. I don't think they're saying something about people aren't used to a RICO. Um, doesn't further the that doesn't further the enterprise. Yeah, people are not used to a RICO that doesn't further the enterprise or doesn't produce like some type of monetary gain. But everybody learning today, right? We're all learning. If you're not learning from this case, I need you to kind of pay close attention, look into the laws and statute in your local area. Make sure that you know, the laws of the land as far as where you reside and visit, or, just you need to have a good working knowledge of the judicial system so you don't get yourself caught up. But guys, I'm going to hop off here. I want to say thank you guys for being here with me. I appreciate it. You guys could have been anywhere else on these YouTube streets, but you chose to spend this hour and, well, it's not an hour yet. We're almost at the hour. But you guys chose to spend about 45 minutes of your time with me today. And I'm thankful for that. I am. So thank you guys. Shouts out to the mod squad. Thank you guys for keeping it cute and classy in here. I really don't have a lot of people spamming or doing too much in this chat, which is great. So that's a good thing. But guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe today. Set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I go live or add new content. and I will be back tomorrow. I'll probably do the same tomorrow as far as coming live earlier. Because, like I said, I think I smell a verdict. I smell a verdict before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow, guys. So I'll catch you on the next one.